get straight into it. Yeah. Mexico, Greenland, Panama, Canada. What happened to inflation? What happened to food prices and gas? What happened to immigration? Y'all tell me. Yeah. Everything gonna be all right though. Think it ain't when it is. Da 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 da. 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 Rat-a-tat-a-tat. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. And that's how it's going down. Daily Go-Getterism show. Pretty Petty Tuesday, all up in your area. Feeling like a real man should. Everything is good. Everything is good on the 14th of January. Halfway, almost halfway. Well, it's really like the 15th. And you know, the 15th is really Martin Luther King's birthday. But we are representing Tuesday because we're not finished. We're not finished. So we're going to get into it. Tonight, what's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling, man? I'm good. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight, on the Daily Go-Getterism show, we are talking about Greenland, Mexico, Canada, and the Panama Canal. Like, yo, what's going on here? Listen, I don't like to talk about politics all the time, but listen, in this political climate, we have some things that we got to speak about. We got some things that we need to talk about. I mean, whether or not you voted for Donald Trump or not, the agenda that was laid out during the campaign was clear, crystal clear. Everybody who was voting for Donald Trump was worried about domestic policy. Am I wrong? Listen, I don't want to get labeled as a hater. If I got to be a hater, then a hater I'll be. But as far as I remember, foreign policy was the flavor of that whole campaign. We were talking about inflation. I'm sorry. They were talking about inflation. They were talking about food prices being too high. They were talking about gas prices being too high. They were talking about not being able to afford a home. They were talking about loans that you couldn't pay back. I mean, am I tripping? Am I tripping? They were talking about mad immigration, and they were talking about mass deportation. I distinctly remember that's what the whole campaign was about. That's what he ran on, and that's what people voted for. That's what I remember. I don't remember anybody asking for Greenland. Yo, we need Greenland. I don't remember that. I don't remember anything about foreign policy except, oh, wait a minute, foreign policy. Yeah. As soon as he got elected, within 24 hours, he would end the conflict in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia. I remember that. I definitely remember him saying that. All he had to do was make a phone call. And all of that Russian, we good, right? All of that Russian, Ukrainian, all of that conflict was gone. Oh, in Israel, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict going on. Hamas, don't worry about it. Hamas, forget about it. Forget about it. That's what I remember him running on. But mostly people were worried about, concerned about domestic policy. That's what I remember. So what do we have now? All right. The man has already said, yo, prices ain't going down. Like, yeah, we're gonna have to go a different way on them prices coming down because that's private business and I don't really have nothing to do with that. So yeah, we're gonna have to find another way for y'all to be appeased for that promise. But look, we talking about making Canada the 51st state. Y'all want that, right? Y'all didn't y'all ask for that? No? Oh, I thought that's what y'all wanted. And Mexico, we can make Mexico part of the United States. Y'all, nobody said nothing. Oh, I thought I heard something. I thought I heard somebody say something about Mexico. I thought y'all wanted Mexico. Nobody wanted Mexico. I thought somebody wanted Mexico. My bad. So that's what we're dealing with. And you know, and none of this stuff really is ironic to me because I'm like, this is the same shit y'all went through from 2017 to 2021. It's the same shit. A bunch of promises, a bunch of elaborate, crazy, inflated promises. Oh, you're gonna have so much of this, you're gonna have so much of that. You're not going to have to worry about anything. I'm going to fix everything. That's what he said. We're going to build the wall. The first thing, we're going to build the wall and Mexico is going to pay for it. That's what he said. Mexico said, how about that? Hold this L. Yeah. And hardly any of the wall got built. I think 1.8 miles of wall was built. Let me see. Let me check on that. I like to move with a certain amount of accuracy. How much of the wall was built during the Trump administration? Okay. Trump's wall. How much has been built during his term? The White House said his visit would mark the completion of more than 400 miles of border wall. Promise made, a promise kept. So how much of the border wall has Mr. Trump managed to build during his term in office? Now, this was written on January 5th, 2000 and I'm sorry, January 12th, 2021. All right. So let me see. Hold on. Let's see how much of the wall. However, only 80 miles of the new barriers have been built where there were none before that. That includes 47 miles of primary wall and 33 miles of secondary wall was built to reinforce the initial barrier. In 2000, did Mexico pay for the wall? In 2016, President Trump repeatedly claimed Mexico would pay for the wall. This didn't happen. And, all right, we already know that though. And y'all, MAGA don't give a shit about that. So are we looking at 80 miles or 33 miles? Hold on. That was from the BBC. Let me see. Trump completed. They talking about. Is this true? Before Biden stopped new construction on the wall, Trump administration had built 458 miles of what it dubbed border wall system, according to final figures compiled. 450, no way. Some 226 miles, about 100 miles were constructed in New Mexico. California saw construction of 70. I don't remember it being that much. Something ain't right about this shit. Let me see. Okay. They want you to pay to read that. Okay. Let's try this one. Oh my gosh. Okay. As of October 19th, U.S. Customs Border we conclude we conclude that of the 371 miles, 16 were built where no fencing existed before. About 170 were built where only vehicle barrier, and about 135 were built to replace older, shorter fencing. 50 miles are new or replacement secondary wall. So as the status update indicates, this has been built and continues to be built at a cost of approximately $15 billion in 2017. 70% of the money was not approved by U.S. Congress. All right. I don't know. It's hard to say. Now, I read before that not much of the wall had been built. But according to this, they're saying that hundreds of miles of the wall had been built. Now, it was supposed to be 400 miles. But I don't know. I don't know. Do y'all know? I don't know. Somebody tell me. I don't know. I know one thing. He ran on the wall, on building the wall, and people wanted that. You know, shoot, a lot of cats do not appreciate brown and black people, you know, coming into this country. So, you know, there was a definite interest in building that wall, just like the whole immigration thing, marching people up out of here is definitely in the interest of a lot of people who are in MAGA. So, but I don't remember this whole Greenland thing. I don't remember anybody talking about. I don't remember Trump talking about it on the campaign trail, and I don't remember anybody asking for it. But we got it. That's what he's talking about in the American Canal. What is it? What are we talking about? The Panama Canal, what was it? American Canal. That he wants to rename it or something like that. All right. What up, Omar? What up, Kim's Wims? What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Good to see y'all. Always. Omar says last time it happened was 1953, son. Alaska and Hawaii got annexed. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I know that history. You know what I mean? And I like the word annexed. Annexed. Yeah. United States, you gotta love the way we word things. You know, when we go invade, we don't invade, we occupy. We don't take over, we annex. You know, like it's nice and peaceful. Well, you know, we got Alaska from Russia. Now Russia is like, well, you know, since the United States is making moves trying to take over countries, you know, we've been doing this. Russia, like, we've been doing this. This is what we do. So, yo, let's get Alaska back. Yo, Russia is asking for Alaska back. They're like, yo, we need that. We need that. Let me get Alaska back. Yo, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Let me see that. Let me see that. Kim's Wim says he had to do several things within 24 hours. In my Maury voice, the lie detector determined that was a lie. It was definitely less than the truth. He's going to do. He talked about Greenland during his last disaster. So we got California burning, and they politicizing that. And you know what, man? Shout out to all of the victims of that brush fire going on in California. That thing is crazy. That thing is crazy. It's like when you see the footage of it, it's like unbelievable. Because it leaves you thinking like, well, so y'all just gonna let that? That's what we doing? Yeah, people out here calling California evil, and that's the way is. That's the reason that's happening to California. I'm like, oh my God, this is what we doing. I mean, really, this is what we doing. Hey, man, you can't stop the rock. At least some things are very, very consistent. Some things are very consistent. Oh, somebody called in, but then they hung up and they called with a blocked number. I ain't mad at them. You know, anonymous, you can call in. Anybody can call in. 267-874-1949. That's the number to call. I said a 267-874-1949. Yes, y'all. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 267-874-1949, baby. Call 267-874-1949. And we will get you right on up in here. You know that there is no censorship on this show. We're gonna have this conversation tonight. Let's kick it around and let's see what we can get out of this. Let's see what we can get out of this. Yeah. Now, foreign policy is the flavor of the day. That's what Donald Trump is talking about. You know, one of the things that really concerns me about this administration is that my biggest fear is that we're going to have 4 more years of having to see this dude on TV all day, every day. That's what you have to deal with when it comes to Donald Trump. You have to see him on TV every day. That shit is a pain in the ass. All right. Well, let's see what's going on here. Since we have a call on the line.
You have a call from.
All right, anonymous caller. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
So foreign policy is a policy tonight, right?
You said foreign policy is a what?
That's what we're talking about.
Well, basically, you know, that's definitely part of the conversation.
Okay, well, I got something for you.
Okay.
So I like my big, girthy women. How big?
Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
Hey.
Look. You called in before.
Hey.
I know you had time to get ready. Come on, do it,
How
man.
big?
Get it together. Wait a minute. Wait. Calm down for a second. I want you to get your shit together and spit that dumb shit. If you gonna call it, hold on, come on, man. If you gonna troll, you gotta do it right. You blocked your number. You did the right thing. Hold on. I just want you to do it right. I just want you to do it right. Wait a minute.
I couldn't.
Wait a minute. Slow down. Shut up for a minute. Shut up for a minute before I have to put you on hold. Listen. Take your time. You know, take a deep breath. Get your thoughts together before you do this trolling. You have to do it right. If you're going to be a dickhead, I want you to do it right, man. Come on, don't fuck it up. We got people listening. He hung up. He a bitch. Oh, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, come on, man. Listen, man. All y'all trolls out there, listen. You know what I mean? I got troll training in here, man. You know, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. You might have something that's really, really funny, something that'll really capture the audience, something that'll have people saying like, yo, that I ain't gonna front, son. That shit was funny. Yo, I mean, you gonna come with that weak shit? That was weak. Like, and that's the thing. That's the reason why a lot of people don't call into the show, because it's a different world when you have to fix your lips and your vocal cords and your voice box. You know what I mean? You have to get your mind straight to know what you're going to say. It's like getting on that comedy stage for the first time. It's real easy to sit there in the audience and be like, man, I could be funnier than him. I could do what they do. But when it's time, when you up there and those lights are in your face and people are looking and they're waiting for you to be funny, the pressure is on. So Anonymous, man, listen, I would not be opposed to you calling back in. We just happen to have some time tonight. So if you want to call in, get your shit off, man. I ain't even mad at it. Yeah, Kim. He said he couldn't even get it. He couldn't do it. He couldn't get it together. Like you're a tongue-tied ass troll. Come on, man. All right. Kim Williams says, call Cali burning, Texas freezing, but that jackass can't seem to recognize real problems. Who knew we'd be entertained by a slow troll? Couldn't even get it out. Dumb. It be like that sometimes. All right, he's back, y'all. Everybody get ready. We gonna treat it like a surprise party. All right, here we go.
You have a call.
All right. Are you ready this time? Are you ready?
So I want to talk about big women. That is my forte. I take them down. They're the best.
That's all you had to say?
Oh, dude, you look like you like the big one, so I wanted to ask you.
You didn't ask me anything, dumbass. What I mean, come on, man. You didn't even ask me shit. You over there fucking smoking weed and shit, getting high. You don't even know what the fuck you say. Come on, man.
No.
What kind of fucking troll are you? You a bum. You're the worst troll that ever called into this show. I thought you had a little spunk. I figured you hung up because you couldn't get it together. Then you would go ahead and get it together and really come with some force, some trolling force. And that's what you come up with?
No, I do. Same question, different call. Now give me a response. I want to hear about it. Tell me a story about fat chicks. That's what I'm here for. That's what I came to the live for.
Well, that's not what I came for. That's not what I came for. So if you want to talk about fat chicks, you're gonna have to do it on your own. So you should have came with a full arsenal. You come in here with a half a magazine of bullets and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got a fucking 32 clip and you only have 15 bullets in the motherfucker. What are you doing? Come on, man.
I got 32 big ones in there.
You ain't got shit. You know what I mean? You ain't got 32 bullets in there. You haven't even cocked the weapon and shit.
Get it out. Get it out, dude.
No, you spit it out. I gave you a chance. 3 times you called in. 3 fucking times. And this is all you got?
Time.
No, you called in 3 times. You called 3 times. You called 3 times.
Time.
No. I thought you was going to be better.
Anyway, hey, dude, you're getting us off topic. Let's bring it back. The big ones.
No, that's not my topic.
That's mine.
Okay, so go ahead, run with it.
Well, dude, I just asked you. I mean, you gay? You don't like big fat chicks?
So if you don't like big fat chicks, you gay? That's the stupidest shit I ever heard.
Come on, man. Give me a story.
I'm not giving you shit. You disappointed everybody. You got people in the chat room. They just waiting like, let's see what he's going to do. You just came up, you went on stage and took a fat shit. You know what I'm saying? You looking for a fat woman. You came up like a fat dick. You are disgusting. Listen, out of all the trolls who have ever called into this show, you are the worst. You know what I mean? Let me find something to commemorate this bum. Let me.
I am the best. Best caller ever.
You know what? Here we go. This is you. This is all I got. No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll see it later. Nah. Oh, here you go. This is you. You know what this is? This is fucking red tape. This is him. You know what I mean? A bunch of red tape and shit. A roll of red tape. This is you. You know what I mean? Now, what is red tape good for? Nobody in life likes red tape. This is you.
Why not?
A roll of red tape.
What's up with red tape?
Because it's nothing but a bunch of confusion that keeps you from getting to where you want to go. You know what I mean? A bunch of red tape.
Dude, that's where you went with paperwork. That was probably worse than me asking about.
No, it wasn't, because this is your award, motherfucker. This is your award. Red tape. Good. You email me sun752@aol.com. I'll email you this red tape because you won this. You are the worst troll who ever called into this show.
Tape. You gotta do UPS or FedEx.
Oh no. Email me so you can give me a PO box or something. I don't want your real address. You know, I'm not worthy of knowing where you live or where you're from. I mean, after all, you called in anonymously, so I don't know your area code.
Next time,
like that. Red tape.
Next time I call in,
the red tape.
No, next call, I expect a fat chick story, or I'm gonna be disappointed.
No. Make this the last time you ever. Make this the last time you ever call in, because you are ass. You know.
No, don't lie.
You are not worthy.
This is fun.
You are not worthy.
Don't lie.
Of calling back on this show. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
No.
We've had superstar trolls. We've had trolls that we have trolls. We've had trolls that we've invited back on the show. Like, yo, next time you feel like trolling, they call in. I'm like, nah. Make this the last time. You know, look who's coming to dinner. No.
I'll see you later.
Poisonous food.
Send me the red tape.
Have a bad night. That was bad. That was bad. All right, let's get back on track, because bad. That was bad. Adam Young, what's good? What's good? Good to see you, man. All right. Greenland, Mexico, Canada, and the Panama Canal. Who asked for that? What I remember everybody wanting during, you know, when this show used to be full of Trump 2024 comments. Trump 2024. The whole summer of 2024 going into November 5th. That's all we saw. Trump 2024. And what did they want? Cheaper eggs, cheaper food prices, lower gas. When Trump was president, the price of gas was like $2 a gallon. The fuck out of here. No, it wasn't. It was never $2 a gallon. It was not that. But okay, since y'all say it was, all right. Well, he just told you that he don't have no way of getting it back there. He said the prices are not going down. But now he's telling you that, listen, we're about to take over Greenland. Maybe, you know, there's a lot of oil up in Greenland. So maybe that's his strategy for lowering your gas prices. Like, if we can get to the oil up in Greenland, perhaps we can ship it to America, you know, through the Greenland American pipeline. And, you know, we can sell gas, you know, for the low. That way, we don't have to use our own oil reserves down in Texas and places like that. Everything will be all right. Huh? Okay. Well, food prices, he says he can't do anything about them. What do y'all think? He says that there's nothing he can do about it. He said it's really, really hard to get the prices to come down once they've gone up. Y'all good with that? I mean, you know, let me know. Are y'all okay with that declaration? And 777 said, what up, son? Hope life is good, man. Much blessings for everyone, man. Much blessings to you. Many and full-fledged blessings to you, man. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. That's right, Adam Young. I told him have a bad night. Like, you know, no good night for you. I've never been so disappointed on this show and all. In the double-digit years that I've been here, I have never been more disappointed than in that trolling. Yo, that was. I mean, you got bad, and then you got bad. He was terrible. But what do y'all think? Trump made one thing that Donald Trump is really good at is making promises. He's great at it. He's great at it. Making declarations, telling everybody how good he is and how he should be crowned king or the best, top 5, dead or alive. That's Donald Trump. Top 5, dead or alive. Greatest president since, look, just the greatest president. And people out there are co-signing it. He says things and people say the same thing that he says. Now, how much truth is in it? How much truth is in it? Well, let the evidence speak for itself. Now, if we go to the whole the other things that he ran on, immigration. Now, he said that there were going to be mass deportations. Now, they haven't backed up off of that. But the way it was supposed to be was that all non-American citizens had to get on up out of here. All non-American citizens had to get marched back to their own country. Some even legal aliens, like, listen, if you're not an American citizen, if you haven't been 100% naturalized, then you got to go back. But then the co-president, Mr. Tesla, Mr. Tesla is closing down Tesla plants. And he wants to bring in Indian labor because he says Americans aren't smart enough. Their engineers aren't good enough. Americans, red-blooded Americans, the ones that Donald Trump said he loves so much and that he's going to make great again. He said, what is that I'm saying? He said that, I'm talking about Elon Musk, if y'all didn't know. He said that Americans aren't focused enough. They're not smart enough. And plus, their engineers are going to want too much money. We could bring those Indian, and I mean Indians from India. He wants to bring them in here. And a lot of people in MAGA, listen, not all members of MAGA or supporters of MAGA, not all of them are racist. Not all of them are white supremacists. But if you are a white supremacist, more than likely you are down with MAGA. That's just kind of the way that works. All members of MAGA, or all MAGA supporters are not racist. But if you are racist, MAGA is probably where you're going to be. More than likely, 9 times out of 10, MAGA is going to be very, very attractive to you. So there's so much going on right now politically. And the inauguration is what, next Tuesday? The day after MLK Day? I'll bet you they wanted to do it on Monday, the 20th, MLK Day. I'll bet you they wanted to do that. But I think they're going to wait till Tuesday. Okay, wait, let me make sure. Let me make sure, because I don't want to get twisted. When will Donald Trump be sworn into office? Okay, yeah, it's next Tuesday. Okay. No. This shit is on MLK Day? Talk about a slap in the face. Trump will take office at the presidential inauguration on Monday, the 20th. MLK can't even have his day to himself. They couldn't do that shit on Tuesday. You gonna do it on MLK Day? I'm genuinely pissed off now. That's dirty. That's nasty work. Kim Swim says Germany and France have entered. Wait a minute. Hold on. Have entered the group chat when it comes to Greenland. Europe as a whole is slowly forming a tight fist to knock fire from the U.S. Listen, man, on one hand, Donald Trump is always just blowing smoke. He likes to talk shit. He likes to get people riled up, and he likes to make threats. I think that's a real dangerous game to play in politics, especially when you're talking about foreign policy and stuff like that. I think that's a dangerous game, to be putting your finger in somebody's proverbial face, pointing your proverbial finger in somebody's proverbial face, telling them that they better do this, that, and the third, or this is that, and the third is going to happen. It's not good money. Because, what would the United States do if another country said that they were going to take military action against the United States? What would they do? Or if they said that if another country openly made a threat to the United States, how would the United States handle that? How would they handle that? Liam McNeil says the fat chick was so funny. You should post a clip to your channel. I didn't think it was funny at all. I didn't think it was funny. And you must be the one who was on the phone, because I don't think anybody thought that was funny. I don't think. Tell you what, I'll give it all the consideration that it deserves. That's what I'll do. I will give making a clip out of that and posting it. I'll give it all the consideration it deserves. I will. I'll give it all the consideration it deserves. Anyway, so yeah, running around here, standing on podiums, getting behind microphones and standing in front of cameras, making threats to other countries who are supposed to be our allies. And I don't even want to go into that because that sounds so political. You can't push our allies around and all of that. Okay, all right, fine. I'm not up here trying to sound like a liberal. But whether you are a liberal, whether you are conservative, it doesn't really matter. You should have a general interest in keeping yourself and your family safe. And how can you feel safe if you have irresponsible leadership running around here making threats to people for shit that really doesn't involve any retaliation or something like that? You are proactively exercising territorial interests. You're exercising territorial interests. When it was the people in this country that are said to be suffering, struggling, and in need of help. They need higher wages, they need better jobs, they need infrastructure, they need better living conditions. Domestic policy is the thing that we were supposed to be focusing on. Everything that Donald Trump said on the campaign trail was America first. I don't want to lie on the man. He said America first. Everything was America first. Oh, look, Bobbers. Wait a minute. Bobsterstein? Dude, that fat chick guy was so funny. Bro, what are you talking about? Oh, so I did. If y'all listen to the tape, you can hear a dude in the background. You can hear somebody in the background. So this must be both of them, trying to get, y'all looking for a viral moment? It's only 8 people in this chat. So I don't think the viral. Tell you what, you could do something really, really dope. You can clip that, that little segment and you can post it. I think that's a splendid idea. Jen Ramirez, señorita Ramirez, ¿cómo estás, señorita Ramirez? Y Dimples D. Dimples D's. What's going on, my? Good to see me some you. Thanks for coming through, y'all. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Mucho, mucho. Not a little bit, but a lotto. A whole lotto. So how many of y'all, I mean, don't let me, I don't want to get this wrong. How many of y'all really thought that little exchange when they called in was funny? No, let me ask y'all this. Did you think they were funny, or did you think the whole exchange was funny? Or did you think it was funny at all? I don't know. To me, it wasn't funny. I don't know. Maybe they just don't fit. Maybe it just didn't fit my brand of comedy. I really thought it was going. I thought the shit was going. Look, he tried to get me to do all of the work. Well, all right. I brought up the whole thing about fat chicks. Go ahead. Tell me a fat chick story. I don't know if y'all can read my lips. If any of y'all have taken, if any of y'all know how to read lips, oh my God, now you're trying to call back in. No, you get no love. You know, you're not calling back in. Sorry, son. I told you, your days are over. You can't call back into the show. I said you can't call back into the show. You had your chance. I gave you the whole stage. Yeah, and you did the shit wrong. Turn the page. It's time to move on. It's time to groove on. Yo, I'll let you get your show and prove on. And you proved that you wasn't really nothing. I told you, get on the phone and slumber party. Yo, it's a sleepover. Your shit is over like Rhoda. Yo, you drinking soda. And the shit is bubbling. It's whack. And I ain't letting you call back. It's over for all of y'all. Stand tall, 10 tones down. Fuck out of here. Fuck around. I said no. I'm gonna turn it down. Now I can't hear you. Now he can't hear you. They can't hear you. Ha ha. Ha ha. You can call all you want. They can't hear you. Look, Mom. No rings. No, Bob. I'm not answering the phone for you. And you keep that dumb shit up. And I'm going to block you out of this chat. No phone for you. No phone for you. El Padillo Nunez, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Look, he calling back again. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Good to see y'all, man. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. All right. So like I said, we talk about the citizens of the United States, particularly the voters of this past presidential election, they wanted domestic policy. They have mad domestic policy concerns. Either they were blaming all of the immigrants for taking jobs, for not for raising the prices of rent and the price of being able to afford a home. Everything was the immigrants' fault. You know, they were the enemy. They were the enemy from not within, but they were who they were the enemy. I guess they were the foreign enemy. How did he put it? You know, they were supposed to be all of the drug dealers and the rapists and the murderers, and you know, just all bad guys, all bad guys, all bad guys. And so again, there's a lot going on. But Elon is saying, nah, man, you know, we can bring some more brown people in here. You know, that's not going over well with MAGA. That's not going over well with MAGA. Like, no brown people, no brown people. Coconut the Wizard says, why won't you let the guy on the phone? I just joined. Well, what did you join for? If you just joined, then how do you know what he's calling for? Because if you weren't here, you don't know why he's calling in. Why you so interested? Coconut the Wizard. Let me see who these cats are. Let me see who they is. See if they've been on this thing for a minute. I mean, he's trying to call back to back to back. Let's see. Let's see. Joined May 21st, 2020. Okay. Well, at least it is a real account. I'll give him that much. That's Bob Bobberstein. Bobstein. Let me see Coconut the Wizard. Let's see Coconut the Wizard. Joined January 13th, 2025. So he just joined on Monday. He's so brand new. He's brand new. You know, he got troll accounts. Well. Let's see who else. They have any more supporters? He said, I joined for the comments, the calls. Bro, please. No. Don't beg. Dude. Find something else to do. It's late night. I'm over here on the East Coast. It's 2:49 in the morning. I'm doing what I do every night. I don't know. I'm sure you can find something else to do, even if you're on the West Coast. It's like 11 o'clock, 11:49. So, find something else to do. No, I'm not answering the phone. Trust me, dude, when I say no, I mean no. I mean, no means no, like sexual assault. No means no, motherfucker. You ain't calling back in here again. Tell you what. You know what? You're right. Let me stop being so stubborn. Tell you what. Unblock your number. Yeah, you punk motherfucker. Unblock your number and I'll answer the call. Scout signer, cross my heart. Unblock your number. No more anonymous. You're going to show yourself tonight. Unblock your number and I'll answer the call. I'll give you one more chance, Biggie. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. Nope. He's calling back anonymous. Nope. Unblock your number, son. Unblock your number. That's the only way you're getting this phone call answered. It's the only way. There's no other way. No other way for you. Coconut the Wizard is talking about something. This is my favorite live. You just made the account on Monday. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Unblock your number, Bob. Unblock your number and I'll answer. That's the only way. There's no other way. There's no other way. You're not getting back on. Okay. Liam says, I have a question about Trump for you. Can you answer? No, you can answer it. You can ask it in the chat. Other channels don't even have a number for you to call in. I provide this number as a service to the Daily Go-Getimism community. And this is the motherfucking thanks I get. Okay, so all right, let's have this talk. So I was talking about how we were whether you voted for MAGA or whether you voted for Kamala Harris, you were worried about domestic concerns. You know, the rising cost of inflation, how much food costs, how much gas costs, even education, the high price of education, being able to send your children to college, and whether those educational opportunities were sufficient enough to be able to get a good job and be able to pay off your loans. Those are the kind of issues that were on the table. Nothing about Greenland, nothing about trying to own Mexico or Canada, nothing about any of those foreign policy issues, except for the war in Ukraine, the Russian-Ukrainian war, and the Palestinian-Israeli conflict that's been going on for generations. So how is it that instead of concentrating on that conversation or those issues, how are we allowing the distraction of foreign policy to overshadow and distract us from what we really need? Like, is taking over Greenland or making the Panama Canal or renaming the Panama Canal the American Canal or whatever, is that going to somehow put food on your table? Is that going to make it easier for you to gas up your vehicle and get to work, go on vacation and travel? Is it going to do that? Is that somehow going to give your children and maybe even yourself any educational or financial opportunities? Is it going to get you a better job? Is it going to increase your wages at your job? How do we allow these distractions? Real shit. How do we allow these distractions to enter into our spaces? And how do we allow somebody who promised to eradicate everything, not on his day one of his inauguration, but he said as soon as he got elected, he was going to make a phone call and end the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. That's what he said. The hell? Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
You have a call from
Liam.
Okay. Go ahead, Liam. You got a shot. Let's go. What do you got? What do you got?
Okay, so we're talking about having a phone call, right?
We're talking about what?
With Trump.
Yeah, what about him?
Do you think he likes fat chicks?
Well, you did unblock your number. You did well, you didn't really your name came up.
He likes those Russian ones, like the skinny ones, but do you think he likes the fat ones too?
Now he has to listen to that shitty ass hold music. Whew. He hung up. All right. Okay. Against my better judgment. All right. You got Liam. Huh? Huh, Liam? Huh? All right. All right. So let's see. Kim says maybe he used a Fisher Price phone and the call never went anywhere. I mean, he is an idiot. So shit. I think he'd probably do better with a string and two paper cups. After all, that shit does work. It does work. So like I said, you know, allowing ourselves to be distracted by I don't even understand how this happens. You know what you want in a politician. Now, whether or not that politician can fulfill your needs or take care of the problems, these are political issues and they should be able to be taken care of. Now, as far as the prices of food and other goods sold by stores, I'm not really sure how anything would work to be able to get people to lower their prices, because businesses aren't in business in order to keep the community happy. Now, there was a time in this country when factories and all types of industry existed, to whereas the middle class were able, whether you had a college education or not, you were able to learn a trade or work at a job and work hard and move up in a company and do well for yourself. Be able to take care of your family and send them to school and put things on the right track and pretty much live the American dream. There was a time when that used to happen. Now, anybody who works any type of 9-to-5 job knows that it's just not like that anymore. We are living in a time when we get annual increases of what, like 1%, 2%, like not significant enough to even call it a raise. Most times when people think of getting a raise at their job, that if you make an hourly wage, you're thinking of adding more dollars on the hour. So let's say if you make $17 an hour, you're thinking about a significant raise being maybe $20 an hour, $21 an hour. That just does not happen anymore. So you can bust your ass for a company nowadays and you still won't make any extra money. You'll just have to chalk it up to experience. You'll just have to basically be spinning your wheels like you're walking on a what's that hamster wheel thing? You know, it's expelling a lot of energy. You're using up a lot of energy, but you're going nowhere. It's like running on a treadmill. It's like running on a treadmill. And you know, people will do that. And it's really hard to be enthusiastic about the political climate out here nowadays, because with all of these promises, and then with these promises being broken, and then you see millionaires, billionaires, and corporations that are billionaires, you see them doing well and everybody else is pretty much suffering. So the middle class is almost non-existent. You know what? I heard, was it Marjorie Taylor Greene? I think it was. Marjorie Taylor Greene said that trying to make it out here these days on $70,000 a year, on a $70,000 salary, she described that like it was poverty. Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree with that? $70,000. Let me ask y'all this. Let's make a poll. You know, we got a few people in here. Let's make a poll. Let's see. And the question on the poll is, do you consider $80,000 a year to be a low salary? So, you know, you can answer yes or no. Do you consider, what is going on with this? Do you consider $80,000 per year to be a low salary? Because when she described $70,000 a year as being like nobody being able to make it out here, it was like scraping the bottom of the barrel. It was like living in poverty. I was like, well, damn. So they don't want to increase the minimum wage, and the minimum wage is still $7.25 in some places. So you're not going to get anywhere near. Even with overtime, you're not going to reach anywhere near $80,000. Like at $7.25, even if you did overtime, that's time and a half. That would only get you to about $12 an hour. Not even that, because half of $7.25 is like $3.67. So you basically up to about close to $11 an hour. More like 10. More like 10. Let's say 10.50. So all right, let me put this poll in here, because it shows the disconnect between many of these wealthy politicians and the general public. $70,000 is not six figures, but for a single person, $70,000 is not, I wouldn't say it was poverty. You could afford a home. You can afford a car. You can go out to eat. You know, you can go on dates and stuff like that. You're nowhere near rich. But if you make $1 million now, you're not rich. What up, my man Brian Carter? What's going on? Magnificent Morocco. Brian Carter says nobody pays $7.25 no more. Well, somewhere somebody does, because that's the minimum wage. You know, living in Philadelphia, where you need a little bit more money because it's an urban city, and you know we have things here that cost money, and inflation has really hit us hard when we have things like the sugar tax. So even juice and soda and things like that are basically unaffordable in this city, which is not something that we're used to. We're not really used to living in an affordable in a high price city. That's not what Philadelphia has been historically. This is a blue collar city. I live in a blue collar city. The biggest employer in the city of Philadelphia is the transit system. It's the bus company, the trains. They employ the most people in this city. So that lets you know we are not balling out. So, you know, so I'll put the little poll up, see what y'all think about it. All right. All right. Y'all taking up a lot of the chat. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to have to happen. Bob and Coconut and Liam. I'm going to issue this warning, and it's going to be the last one. Trust and believe. You keep fucking around, and then I'm going to have to block all of y'all. Now, I mean, the choice is yours. I'm not answering the phone. You know, that's dead. So, but if you keep fucking up my chat to the point where nobody who really wants to participate on this show can get in a word edgewise, because the three of y'all are drowning out everybody else in the chat, I'm not having that. Now, I've let y'all live. I've been very patient with y'all. It ends now. You keep fucking around in my chat. Like, nobody else, no other content creators will let y'all do this shit. Okay, Dimple says negotiations should be second to the well-being of the American people. Political leaders only need to agree on one thing. Federal government must reopen to reverse the effects of emergency and prevent. Effects to emergency and prevent. Okay. Negotiations should be second to the well-being of the American people. Political leaders only need to agree on one thing. The federal government must reopen to reverse the effects to emergency and prevent. Oh, prevent further damage. Because I was like, You know, I'm like, where's the rest of this? About to fix all of this shit. All right. So, okay. Fix it to. All right. Okay. There we go. We're much better now. We're much better now. Much better now. Gucci sweater now. Drop top the I'm the bad boy. All right. So yeah. When you really think about things like Seven said, son is living in the 90s still. How am I still living in the 90s? Let me know. Let me know how I'm still living in the 90s. Because that wasn't even my favorite decade. I was in my 20s in the 90s. So let me know. All right. On the poll, let's see, 10 people have voted. So 40%, which would be of 10 people, that would be 4 people say that yes, 80,000 a year is a low salary, and 6 people said no, it's not a low salary. Okay. All right. Okay. 7 said 100 is considered to be low nowadays. I understand what you mean in those terms. But like I said, $1 million doesn't make you rich anymore. There was a time when it did. So, but what she was saying was that $70,000 is poverty level. Like, no. Everybody doesn't even want to be rich. There's some people who do, and there's some people who don't. But to say that 70,000, so if 70,000 is poverty level, what about the people who make 40,000? Because at $20 an hour, I mean, this is easy math. You know, if you've never done this, let's get it done right now. Where's my calculator? Where's my phone calculator? Hold on. Got it. You know, a lot of times something may sound like it's decent money when you start to count it. Okay, so 20 hours, should I say $20 times 40? That's 800 at $20 an hour. And a lot of people don't make $20 an hour, but at $20 an hour, your net pay is $800 a week. Now, you know, you're not taking home $800 a week, but if you were, let's say you were getting paid under the table, you would be taking home $800 a week. Now, $800, all right, $800 times 52 weeks. $41,600. If you work in fast food, you're not making $20 an hour. If you work in retail, you're not making $20 an hour. Well, the likelihood that you are is low. I don't even know if you're making, let me see. Let's see, like a city like New York where you need a lot of money just to be able to afford a place to live. How much do fast food workers make in New York City? Okay, as of January 1st, 2025, the minimum wage for fast food workers in New York City is $16.50 per hour. This applies to workers at fast food chains that meet certain criteria, including those who prepare food, clean, stock shelves, and work security. So, okay, McDonald's is considered one of the top paying fast food companies in New York City. Ain't that some shit? In overtime in New York City, overtime for fast food workers is $24.75 per hour after 40 hours work. Now, in the city of Philadelphia, that salary for fast food workers is unheard of. In New York, you damn near have to make that much in order just to be able to afford a roof over your head. And you know, and we're talking about a small ass roof. We're talking about a small ass roof. Original Kuo, what up, man? Man, I hate this world. They're nothing. Wait a minute, man. I hate this world. They're nothing. I've just lost my uncle. Oh man. Yo, I'm sorry about that. Brian Carter says, how is it? How is that low? What do you mean? What do you mean, Brian? What do you mean? How is that low? Yo, man. Cool, man. Hold your head. Hold your head. Man, we was just talking about, well, you was here on the show when we was talking about death last night. I'm real sorry about your uncle. Very, very, very sorry about your uncle. Trust that he's in a better place. And now, you know, unfortunately, you and your family will have to take care of, you know, the matters dealing with death. But, you know, my condolences to you and your family. Salute. But yeah. Okay. So yeah. So when you start thinking about how much money that some people make, or even what they have the potential to make, there was a time when $20 an hour sounded like that was a decent pay. And for some people today, you know, they figure $20 an hour is a good amount of money, but it doesn't net pay. $41.60. $41,600. That's $20 an hour. You know, not 50,000. That's 40. That's in the 40,000s, the lower 40s. So $80,000 is double that. A little under double because it's 41,000. I know for a fact that people are making it out here, depending on where you live. And that was the lure of a lot of people going down south, moving down south, because the cost of living was just cheaper. You can get an apartment much cheaper. You can get a house much cheaper. You know, I mean, so getting back to the whole Donald Trump thing, he was promising people that the cost of living was going to go down and salaries were going to go up. That's what he promised. There's no way around it. He stood on those stages behind that microphone, in front of that microphone, or should I say behind the microphone and in front of those cameras, and said it. Rally after rally after rally. What up, Wisdom? Wisdom says we need to take a look into what does cost most for basic living. It's housing. Staying in rent after earning 80,000 is still poverty. Okay. Staying in rent? What do you mean staying in rent? I don't know about y'all, but when I think about poverty, I think about welfare. Now you can work a job, you can work at a job that doesn't pay you enough money for you to be able to buy anything or really live anywhere. And that is living in poverty. But you do have control over that. So you can't tell me that at $80,000 a year, you can't afford a place to live, because you can. You can. I mean, there's no way around it. You know, like, there's no way around it. If 41,000 is $20 an hour, then that means if you make 80,000, you make around $39 an hour. You can afford a down payment on a home. Now, if you're thinking only in terms of rich or poor, then yeah, 80,000 is going to be poor. But I would need to know what you consider to be rich. Well, yeah, if you're paying, some people listen, wisdom, listen, I was a landlord for years. 14 years I worked as a landlord. Bought houses, rented houses. Bought houses, rooms, and apartments, and I rented them. So I know for a fact that some people are not interested in owning their home. They don't want them. They don't want the responsibility of the maintenance repairs. They don't want to pay the yearly taxes. They don't want to have to deal with the responsibility of owning a home. So some people find it more convenient to rent. I don't think it's a good. They don't understand that owning gives you actual power, but they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. But I agree with you. Like, listen, man, I've never paid rent a day in my life. I have never paid rent ever in my life. Not one day. And I've been out of my mom's crib since I was 18 years old. I moved out on July 19th, 1989. I turned 19 on August 12th, 1989. I have never paid rent. I've never wrote a check out to a landlord. I've never had a landlord. I've never signed a lease, ever. So I've always had a owner mentality. But that's me. Not everybody was as blessed as I was to have been able to own every place that I've lived. That's not a blessing that I discount. But I do understand how some people just don't want the responsibility of owning a home. They don't really understand the equity of it, and they don't understand how it works. Okay, all right. It is what it is. But Donald Trump said he was going to lower the rents too. He said it. Seven says, I think son has no critical thoughts. He says, I had to build my own house. So fucking the payment. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You had to build your own house. So fucking the thoughts. I have no critical thoughts. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Seven, whoever you are, like, my dude, I've probably done things in my life that you couldn't imagine. Like I said, I've never paid rent in my life. Can you say that? I bet you can't say that. I'll bet you. I bet you any amount of money you can't say that. And by the way, the lines are still open. You can call in. You can call in. These lines are not just for trolls. My head is cringe. Look, we can't even see your head. So tell you what. So since you can see what I look like and you talking shit, we're gonna talk about what must be going on in your life. Since you on this trolling shit, okay. I thought you was cool, but I see that you're not. Oh, so let's do this. The thing about people who troll is, number one, they pussy. Let's establish that. You know, so you hide behind, a fake name. You make sure that you don't show your picture or the profile, which is okay because most people on YouTube, walk around, they walk around anonymously. But people who troll don't have shit going on. Of course, they'll have you believing that they have some shit going on, but you're in my house. You're in my domain. When you came here, there were people here. And when you leave, there'll still be people here. So now he's like deleting his own comments. Now those are the true actions of a bitch. Those are the true characteristics of a straight pussy. That's you. That's you. So do as you will, sir. Or ma'am, you probably sit down and pee. Somebody like you is probably jerking off to my image. Oh, look, I made him mad. It's so sexy to me. Rainbow Coalition. Rainbow Coalition. That's you. Rainbow, yeah, that's you. Rainbow, yo, how you do, yo? Yo, trolls is coming through tonight. I guess we talking to this about politics is going right. Everything is going to be okay. You know how come? Because I said so and I bled so. And I make sure that I keep the game tight. I'm going to do the same thing on the same night. And you can't hang. You can't bang with the guard. You can try, but the shit is really hard. I stand on my 10 toes and make sure that I go against my 10 foes. And maybe you are 1 to 9. I make sure that I'm the sun 752. The sun always shines. And I do my thing because I'm like a king. But I ain't got to rule over you. But I make sure that you understand where I'm coming from because I ain't dumb. Went to school. Make sure I never played the fool. Rules that I follow. You beg and borrow. If you come back here the next night, even tomorrow, I'll be here doing my stuff because I make sure I do this shit consistently. I don't bluff. And it's enough. When you see me, you see a representative with a whole lot to give. You run like a sieve. You's a cornball. Somebody should have warned y'all that you came to the wrong house. Yeah, it's the wrong crib. You can't get with this shit because I live how I want to. Don't ever have to front. Yo, do what I want. Yeah, don't smoke blunts. What up? Brian Carter says, remember the movie Penitentiary? Absolutely. Absolutely. The boy Kennedy. His wife was Jane Kennedy. What was his name? What was his name? Damn, I can't remember the boy's name. Can't remember the boy's name. He said, you never have more than 20 viewers a night. Okay. Yeah. And you come by here to see that. And you're still here. And he said, you looking like 78 and only 53. I'm 54. Don't be standing up here. All right. So, hold on. Okay. Okay. Back to my regularly scheduled program. So, yeah. Well, let me do it like this. You know what? So we have this poll. Let's do another one. In this poll, let's do this. Okay. Mm. Let's do this. Do you think Donald Trump will deliver on the promises he made when he was campaigning? Let's try that. Hold on. Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay. Let's try that one. Let's try that one. Okay. Single blackjack dealer, what's good? Look. This nigga. Oh, Leon Kennedy. That was his name. That was his name. All right. Let me. Hold on. All right. Okay. So, all right, Brian Carter says Trump had 4 casinos down in AC. How many does he have now? I mean, if you can bankrupt casinos, how can you be considered to be a good businessman? Like bankrupt casinos? Like casinos, my dude. Casinos. Who makes more money? The house always wins. How do you lose with casinos? Now we know that he just branded, you know, he didn't really own the casinos. He just sells his name and his brand was doing whatever. But even the people who used his name and branded their casinos in his name. Like, you have no casinos in Atlantic City anymore? None? He had the Trump Castle. He had the Taj Mahal. What was it? It was the Trump something. What was it? The Trump Palace or something like that? You know, it was like, how do you lose with a casino? Single blackjack dealer. You work at a casino. How do you lose? When the house always wins, how can the house manage to go bankrupt? What? Some slick Asian came and got y'all for $1 billion in baccarat? You know, I said the Trump Castle. So you had the Trump Castle, you had the Taj Mahal, and it was the Trump Palace. Or hold on, we ain't got to be guessing. What casinos did Donald Trump used to own in Atlantic City?
According to Wikipedia, Trump Entertainment Resorts, Inc., the company previously owned and operated the now demolished Trump Plaza and Trump World's Fair, both in Atlantic City, the now closed Trump Marina, Trump Casino and Hotel in Gary, Indiana, Trump 29 in Coachella, California, and Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City.
All right, so you had the Trump Taj Mahal. They didn't even mention the Trump Castle here. Maybe the castle wasn't. You know what it was? The castle wasn't in Atlantic City. It was outside of Atlantic City. But you had the you had the Taj Mahal, the castle, Trump Plaza, and the Trump Marina. Wait a minute. Wait. No, not the Trump Marina. So I guess he only had 3? I thought he had 4 in Atlantic. Wait, with Trump Plaza and Trump World's Fair. Okay, Trump World's Fair. So that makes 4. Trump was World's Fair, Trump Plaza, Trump Taj Mahal, and Trump Castle. What we doing? What we doing? All of them gone. And they've been gone. They've been gone. Single blackjack dealer says ancient Chinese secret. Yeah. Mr. Wong came from Japan and played Baccarat like, yo, bet 500 million. Beat you in Baccarat. You got to be a bad businessman to bankrupt to go bankrupt from a casino. The hell? Hold on, let me see something. People just be writing anything. All right, we good. Okay. So, yeah. So, when we talk about all of this foreign policy stuff that's going on in politics right now, when domestic policy was what was on the menu, and that's what everybody was wanting, and that's what America was saying that they needed fixed, and it was supposed to be America's first. It was supposed to be an America First campaign. Like, I mean, y'all were thinking, like, yeah, we should take over Mexico and Canada. Yeah. We should take over Mexico and Canada. Yeah. That's what we should do. That'll do it. That'll get them. I don't know. That's not what anybody asked for. Especially all of those MAGA hat wearing, rednecks from down south and out in the heartland. They wasn't thinking about nowhere else except for here. Racism and low gas prices was on the agenda. And I don't know how we can allow ourselves to be distracted by anything else. That's exactly what we were supposed to be going for. So how do we get off of that beaten trail? How do we stray from that path? I mean, what do y'all have for me? Like, is anybody unconcerned about this dude going, running the White House for the next 4 years? Brian says, and he didn't pay the unions. Ugh. Well, he stood up there and told people, like, yo, he don't like unions and he don't like paying overtime. Like, overtime? Overtime? He said that he would get somebody else to work for the straight pay rather than to pay overtime. And he admitted that. Like, nah, I ain't used to like pay no overtime, paying no overtime. You forget about that overtime. Overtime ain't gonna happen. No overtime. Overtime, no overtime. And the unions. Speaking of unions, got a little something going on over, what was it, down in Texas? They closed the plant. Hold on. I know I saw something about this. What plants has Tesla closed in the United States? All right. Let's see here. No, I'm not talking about that. Let me see. When was this? Because these are older articles. I know I read something about this recently. I read about it, and I saw a video that they're closing one of those Tesla plants. And you know, when Tesla first came out, it was a good electric car, you know, high end. You know, it was all the rage. You supposed to be high post if you owned a Tesla. Now them shit's ugly as shit. They got regular, you know, Teslas out there looking like a Yugo. I'm not paying $70,000, $80,000 for that crap. Brian says Trump got to deal with the fires in California. A lot of people didn't have insurance. Yeah, well, he said that they didn't vote for him anyway, so he ain't taking care of them. No love for the other side. Trump said no love for the other side. Let California burn. But there were some Republican districts that needed help, so he got to go out there and got to take care of the MAGA cats, man. Got to take care of the MAGA folks. But yeah, them fires out in California, man, that thing is, I've never seen nothing like that before. You know, every year we have problems with fires in California, fires in Arizona, you know, places where it gets really hot like that. And you got to deal with those forest fires and things like that. But this here, I mean, you got to think it's the middle of January. We're not really thinking in those terms around this time. Kamala is going to run for governor. Well, she was definitely talking about it. My question is, will she win? Will she win? I figure she has a much better chance of becoming a governor than the president, even though I think she did pretty good. If you really look at the numbers of the election, state by state, Trump didn't win by a lot. The overall electoral college, he definitely slammed her. But when you look at it state by state, they were close, especially in those battleground states where you have to win. If she'd have won like maybe 2 or 3 of those battleground states, states, it would have been a whole different election. But she didn't. He won them all. But he won them all by slim margins, thousands of votes. Okay, for example, what was the tally of presidential votes in Pennsylvania for 2024?
2024 U.S. presidential election results for Pennsylvania. According to the Associated Press, Donald Trump won with 19 electoral votes and 50.4% of the vote.
So he won 50% of the vote. 50.4%. Kamala Harris scored 48.7. In terms of the actual numbers, Trump got 3,542,701 votes. Kamala Harris got 3,421,247 votes. That's not a, he didn't blow her out. 50.4% to 48.7%, and they never did a recount. Now, when Joe Biden won by the same types of numbers, he demanded a recount. Yo, count them again. Democrats got to stop being soft. That's what has to happen. They got to stop being soft because and Jill Stein got 34,513 votes. So even if you would have added Jill Stein's and Chase Oliver's votes, it wouldn't have been enough to win, but you'd have got closer. I mean, he literally won by 100,000 votes. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's close. That's close. So if it was like a thing where he won by 1 million votes, yeah, he deserved that. But something is awfully fishy. Yeah. That's fishy as hell. All right. Let me see. Let's see in Georgia. All right. Donald Trump, 50%, 50.7%. Kamala Harris, 48.5%. So Donald Trump had 2,666,117 votes. Kamala Harris had 2,548,017 votes. I mean, that's not even 100,000 votes. That's close as hell. So, but my question is, does she have what it takes to win an election? Now, she's been elected before in the state of California. She is an elected official. But with everything that's happened, you know, like running for governor seems like a compensatory package or compensatory prize. Look at Wisconsin. Donald Trump 49.7 and Kamala Harris 48.8. I mean, that's close as hell. 1,697,298 votes for Trump. Kamala Harris, 1,667,881 votes. Yo, he won by like 30,000 votes. Come on, man. What? That's close as hell. It is what it is. Bottom line is he made a lot of promises. And those promises don't seem like they're being focused on. And I don't know if they're going to be kept. Cheryl Halsey, what's good? What's good? Good to see you. Brian Carter says people not ready for a woman leading. I'm like, just say that shit. Because we can deal with that. It's the elephant in the room. We know that's the reason. And Brian also says, I'm glad he won. Let's see how fast people turn against him. I don't know, man. Them MAGA cats, they more loyal than Cowboy fans, dog. They are more loyal than Dallas Cowboy fans. Speaking of Dallas Cowboys fans, who's going to be the next Cowboys coach? Who's going to be the next Cowboys coach? Who's going to coach the Dallas Cowboys? Who's going to coach the Dallas Cowboys? What y'all know? Oh, you said Cheney turn. Yeah, but it probably wasn't a good idea for her to be parading Liz Cheney around. I don't. And Dick Cheney too. You know, nobody liked Dick Cheney. That wasn't but she wanted to show how she could reach across the aisle and like, listen, I even got my enemies on my side. You think prime time? I don't think he go. I don't know. We'll see. I think he'd be a better fit in Vegas. Some people think that he'll turn down a pro job, period. A lot of people think that he just want to do college. Come on, we're talking about Deion Sanders. There's no way that Deion Sanders is not going to go for the money. No way Deion Sanders is not going to go for the money. But we'll see. We will see pretty soon. You know, I don't know, man. Jerry Jones stopped Mike McCarthy from being able to interview with other teams just to make sure that he didn't give him the money that he kind of deserved. 3 years, 12-5 seasons, that ain't bad. I mean, they ain't shit. The Cowboys ain't shit, but it's not easy to win in the NFL. 3 straight years of 12-5, that ain't bad at all. It ain't better than the Eagles, but it ain't bad. Yo, how about those Vikings? I knew they was garbage. Never ever bet on the Minnesota Vikings. They are ass. Save your money if you're gonna bet on the Minnesota Vikings. They are terrible. They are terrible. And the way they got thrown across the field yesterday, that was just Sam Darnold. Vikings weak in the playoffs. I mean, they the worst. They know. You know one thing about the Vikings. Once the playoffs start, they gonna fold. They gonna fold like a paper airplane. They do not have what it takes. These cats went to 4 Super Bowls in the 70s and ain't sniffed the Super Bowl since. They never won any of the Super Bowls, but they got there. And you know why they probably lost some of those Super Bowls? Because they didn't have the advantage of all that cold ass weather. You know what I mean? It's so cold up in Minnesota. You come up there, it's hard to win. Now they in a dome. It was a shame how we did them in Super Bowl 52. We whooped their ass in the NFC Championship, then went to their stadium in their hood and won the Super Bowl. Green and silver confetti, baby. Finest moment. Brian Carter said the best there ever was when Randall was on the team, and they still didn't make it to the Super Bowl. Man, that shit hurt me to my core. Man, I wanted that for Randall. Randall, Chris Carter, Randy Moss. They had the team. Man, that boy missed that kick. I was like, yo, man, who paid this dude? Who paid him? You ain't gonna tell me it wasn't a payoff. That was just. If there was any, but it shouldn't have came down to no. It shouldn't have came down to a field goal. Atlanta did not have no business beating no Minnesota Vikings, but that's the Minnesota Vikings. They're gonna find a way. And notice they did not make it back to the NFC Championship the next year, and that's when they got rid of Randall. Remember, they got rid of Randall and they brought in the boy. What was his name? Another black dude. What was his name? Brian, I know you gonna know. You be knowing your football. What was his name? Started with a D. Started with a D. Who was the Minnesota Vikings quarterback after Randall Cunningham? Jeff George. I ain't talking. Dante Culpepper is who I was thinking about. Dante Culpepper. I didn't realize Jeff George played with them for a minute. That boy was a failure. All right, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious January 14th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Shea Formations. Happy birthday to you and Christine Goldwire, and also Tamika Willis and Latoya Putnam, Providence Ridgeway, Haya Zaya, and Venus Rising, and Livonia Scott, Erica Smith, my man Go Getter Stephen Allen. Last but not least, I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious January 14th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and yo, will he do it? I don't know. it's not looking good from what it shows. I don't know if this man is going to come through and do the things he promised to do. Well, we going to see. It's coming real soon. I think it's on Monday, half moon. Well, we got to deal with whatever comes out for the next 4 years. It's going to be in doubt. And I think that he's going to run amok because he always was corrupt. Shit sucks. But you got to deal with the things, roll with the punches, got to deal with the money when you lose them in bunches. No lunches going to be served. Yo, about 2026, going to swerve. We going to see what it's really about and what it's hitting for. Yo, I ain't kidding no more. Things won't be funny for a while, but maybe they will because I think it got a funny style, and I'll take the hit if it comes down to it. But I ain't trying to get a lot, but a little bit. All right. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night with another Daily Go Get 'Emism show. So make sure y'all come on through. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Mucho. Cheryl Halsey, Brian Carter, thanks for hanging out. All of y'all, even those crazy ass troll boys that came through, I had to time their asses out. They was doing a lot, man. They was doing the most. All right. So I'm gonna holler back at y'all. Peace. All right. Oh, wait. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I don't think I said that one time tonight. Peace. Now, all right.